So welcome to our session on the Communication Sciences and Disorders major at Springfield College. We're going to go through a variety of pieces of information and answer some questions at the end. So who majors in Communication Sciences and Disorders? So we are looking at people who want to go to graduate school and earn a master's degree to be a certified and licensed speech-language pathologist, or a clinical doctorate in audiology, or people who want to work as speech-language pathology assistants. And we do often have students who graduate and take a position as a speech pathology assistant prior to starting a graduate program. Our curriculum is set up so that students have the prerequisite courses for admission to graduate school. They make up a variety of disorder courses needed for the SLPA license as well. So when we look at what do these courses cover, the types of classes that students will take include science in the area of chemistry or physics and biology, statistics, writing, and social science like psychology and sociology. Within the Communication Sciences and Disorders course sequence, students will learn the normal development of speech, language, hearing, and swallowing, as well as the disorders of speech and language primarily related to children. So the sequence of the courses in the major is thoughtfully constructed so that content builds from one course to the next, and students can learn and apply that knowledge. I've mentioned graduate school, so sometimes it's helpful to know where do our graduates go when they head off to graduate school. So here we've got a picture of several students. The two students on the left are currently in graduate school, and the three students on the far right will be headed to graduate school in the fall. And this just gives you a sense of where students are going. A variety of programs in New England, but also across the country. We talk about graduate school expectations from day one when students start in the major. We want to help prepare our students for success. So next week, I'll even be talking with my juniors so they can begin preparing to get their applications in order this summer. So the next round of applications is due in January and February, and our students are going to start to prepare those applications early so they have a good chance for successful admission. When we're thinking about Springfield College, we want to think about some of the things that make us unique. We're certainly considered to be very student-centered. We are student-focused. I think you'll be hard-pressed to find a president of an institution who is as strong a champion for our students as President Cooper. And with the current challenges and needs of our students, we are again relying on our strong foundation of spirit, mind, and body. As a matter of fact, in one of my classes all semester, we've engaged in mindfulness and meditation practices, and that is serving us well now. I had a class earlier today, and we began with 5 minutes of meditation and just checked in about how we're doing. In addition to being student-centered, the goal of the faculty at Springfield College is to provide a blend of lecture, experiential, and hands-on learning opportunities. There's no right or wrong way to learn, so we want to provide as many different options as possible. And we rely on current and contemporary technology to enhance our teaching and our development of learning outcomes. But I did include a picture here of our students taking some time and having fun with a brunch hosted by a faculty member. To think about some specifics in terms of what makes Springfield College so unique, one element is our small class size. In our small class sizes, we foster relationships. Our students are very comfortable talking to their professors and interacting with faculty. In the Introduction to Communication Disorders class, we begin the semester having individual meetings with each student in the class to begin that relationship from the very beginning. And you will not have to wonder if your professor knows your name. Your professor will absolutely know your name and be very invested in your success. And I'm going to ask Julia to chime in a little bit and talk about her experience with small class size.
Yeah, so I'm a junior right now at Springfield. Most of my classes, especially my major courses, have been from 5 to I think the most 12 people right now. Just in my class size, so junior wise. So in a whole major wise, we're probably like 40 of us. When it comes to outside of the major classes, I think the most I've ever took in a gen ed course from history to anatomy was 60, but that was for lecture, and for labs it's a very small lab because there's various lab times throughout the day. So I think labs are more around 15 to 16 people, so it's more hands-on and your professor knows you a lot more in the classroom and outside the classroom if you need the help during office hours. So far it's been good. I still keep in touch with a lot of my professors if I need help.
Great, thank you. We also want to focus on service learning experiences. Our students are out in the community, and this is based in our Humanics philosophy at Springfield, which is to be of service to others and to lead the way in those efforts. So we have a close relationship with the community, and our students have lots of opportunities to be part of those community relationships. We're also very focused on individualized advising. Advising really starts the moment that you commit to Springfield College. This summer, our Academic Advising Center will be hosting virtual orientation and enrollment sessions, and all departments are ready to welcome our incoming students. At the start of the semester, there's activities like pre-camp and new student orientation to help students already feel a part of the campus community before their classes even start. Here's an example of move-in day, which is a really exciting day on campus, and everyone pitches in to make students feel welcome. And then as you begin your semester and you begin your courses, you will have the opportunity to have individual advising meetings with your academic advisor. And with that academic advising process, you can meet as regularly and frequently as you would like, and certainly in preparation for enrolling in classes in the following semester. Our goal is to advise students in a way that starts them off on a path to success and then continues them on that path as they journey through Springfield College. Julia, did you want to share any experiences related to orientation to campus?
Yeah. So I did not attend pre-camp, sadly. Now I wish I did because a lot of my friends are part of pre-camp. My roommate is a pre-camp leader, but I strongly suggest that for anybody transferring or newly freshmen. It's a good way to not just meet new friends that are having the same experience as you, but having your leader lead you throughout your first year coming to Springfield, because it's a challenge to adjust, adapt, find a classroom or something, or just hang out with someone as you're new to campus. NSO is really big too. After pre-camp, you move on to the campus. All the other classes are moving in. I think they do a really great job. I mean, I love my NSO experience, waking up early, meeting up with my little family group. And then from there, other clubs, there's a club fair in the spring and fall. So I really encourage everyone to do that. For our major, we have NISLA, and definitely sign up and go for the first meeting and all other meetings for clubs, because you never know, you might like more than what you see.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we want to think about some of the opportunities that exist as you go through your 4 years at Springfield. One is mentored research. So students often have the opportunity to engage in research with faculty in a variety of interest areas. So here's an example of a poster that students put together last year regarding hearing and the wearing of iPod earbuds and making sure that people are taking care of their precious hearing. In addition, we think about clinical practicum. And at Springfield College, all of our seniors in the Communication Sciences and Disorders major complete 2 semesters of clinical practicum. These 2 semesters provide a total of 270 hours at 2 different placements. And this experience is not something that's offered at every undergraduate program. And so it really does set students up for success as they are applying to graduate school and allows them to begin graduate school with confidence. A few other opportunities that are available to students is the opportunity to engage in leadership. So there's a variety of organizations and clubs. And as Julia mentioned, there's a club fair. So it gives you the opportunity to learn more about what's available at the college. But of course, we have our favorite club in the department, which is our NISLA club. And NISLA is the National Student Speech Language Hearing Association. And we have a Springfield chapter of that association. And so we want to take the time to grow leaders in the disciplines and leaders in the community. And our students are natural leaders, and they take on those roles throughout campus. And our student club is for all grade levels. And actually, a student commented to me earlier today that she doesn't even feel like there's a separation by year at all. And as soon as she joined the club, she was able to ask seniors for advice, and she still is asking seniors for advice. And so I feel like the club is one cohesive unit. And Julia is going to be the president of our Springfield chapter starting in the fall. And so what would you like to share about the group?
I mean, I started roughly the end of my freshman year getting into the club because I was still shy and nervous. But once I got to meet all the upperclassmen, they didn't feel as though, like you said, there was a division between classes. It was more of like a group I could go to as friends and ask questions about each class, what to prepare. Especially the 2 classes that graduated before me, I got really close to all the seniors. I learned a lot. The club really helped me grow, not only knowing what I want to do pretty soon, but where I want to take it. Now that I'm president, I mean, that's not something I thought I would be doing, right? Like when I was a freshman, and now like I love it.
Yep.
So.
And this year you are on the executive board doing communication. So you've been behind the scenes on our social media accounts. And so that is another great leadership opportunity on the entire exec board of the club. So yeah, very good. A couple other things worth mentioning are opportunities for students to be teaching assistants. So students who have taken courses and done well and have an interest in supporting faculty in those courses can serve as a teaching assistant, and research assistants. So as faculty have ongoing research projects, they're often looking for student support on those projects. And I certainly would think that most students would find Springfield College to be very supportive of our student athletes. So our student athletes are able to balance the demands of their class schedules with their training and competition schedules. And faculty are very supportive of the demands of our student athletes. And I don't find that student athlete schedules are something to work around. They're something to be celebrated. And that engagement, again, comes back to our foundation of spirit, mind, and body, and the value of the whole person. In addition, of course, students are interested in global experiences. So many of our students engage in a variety of those types of experiences. Many students participate in alternative spring break programs that might take them to South America. And then students might choose to do a semester abroad experience in places like Greece and Australia. We just had a student this semester in Greece before she returned to the US. So it's definitely something that students value and can be worked into their schedule over their 4 years at the college. And I did want to highlight that we're always looking for opportunities for our students to excel. So this past year, we've had a student who has had an opportunity to really stand out and get as much as possible out of the undergraduate experience. And so she was not only selected as a student volunteer at our national conference in the fall, but she is one of 4 recipients in the country for a sophomore scholarship from our National Student Association. So we celebrate along with her and really value her success. Anything to add, Julia, before we wrap up the presentation portion?
Well, being as though I was social media, I got to follow a lot of our fellow alumni, present members, and students on SC campus right now. Um, a lot of the alumni are in grad school, as you said. There are various ones from audiology to speech path, or working as SLPAs right now. We got to talk to an alumni this last fall about grad school, which was great. I found it very insightful since I will be applying to grad school. And a lot of the, from Christina to a lot of our seniors we're very proud of right now, because a lot of them have gotten into their dream speech pathology programs. So highlighting them a lot, because sadly this came at a rough time for them when they should have felt it. So
yeah, it's a pretty impressive group that's graduating.
yeah.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. So I've just left on this last slide. You've been listening to Debbie Burnett. That's me. I'm an assistant professor in the department. So you can see my email and office phone number. And the chair of the department is along with us here moderating our chat feature, and that's Deb Cook. And so if you have any questions, we welcome you to contact us, and we would be happy to talk with you more or connect you with any current students to catch up with and find out information that you might be interested to know. I know Julia is more than happy to connect with prospective students.